All right, so recording has begun. This officially starts the closing session of the coding summer school. And can you believe it? It's been 2 weeks, or about 10 days. And we've just need to kind of close up a few things so everybody can get back to their lives, and stop thinking about coding, or maybe you will be thinking about coding much more than you were before. Hopefully you picked up something and learned something of this past 2 weeks. But let's get into it. This won't take too long. Just a bit of formalities we need to discuss before we end. So yeah, this is the closing session. A few things I want to discuss. We're going to have a look at just the objectives we tried to achieve in these past 2 weeks. We're going to get some feedback from the CHPC research manager and NITheCS director, or from Renee as well. And then maybe just some feedback from champions, if anyone would like to just say some few words, discuss prizes, certificates, then what happens after the coding summer school, and then just a thank you all around. So yeah, let's get into it. A few of the objectives we tried to do. So obviously, week 1 was an introduction to coding and Python and Bash, and we tried to teach you some skills that we feel are important for people already in any domain. If you're using a computer, if you're typing away, these skills we taught you in week 1. Hopefully, you'll use that throughout, and maybe you find something beneficial. For week 2, obviously, that was something more specific to the domain area. So hopefully you learn something in each of those days, and we try to get a varied group of experts in the fields to discuss certain skills and applications more in their domain that hopefully you benefited from as well. So as you probably saw that there, you can even learn how people code in their own environment, the little things you might pick up that you might not see from, if you're just watching the same person code, or you'll pick up some little hints and nuggets, that you might not realize that you might be doing, or something you can maybe improve. So even the small things like that can be of benefit. The other thing was obviously collaboration, right? We have got over 30 universities and institutes collaborating. Can you imagine over 800 people around the country, as well as in Kenya and Ghana as well, all participating at the same time, trying to learn and collaborate. So it's a great feat. This isn't done anywhere else, really, in South Africa or Africa. There might be other cases around the world, but this is very unique. So count yourself fortunate that you're part of this venture. And we hope, obviously, for two, carry on. So we obviously try to do knowledge sharing as well. This is a key, objective for the Coding Summer School. We share knowledge not just from the trainers, but also all of you, all the participants. Helping people in the chat and answering questions. This is all part of it, right? So this is why we're all here. We can collaborate, and I saw the chat channel was very busy. Everybody trying to help each other out, right? So this is really what we're trying to also achieve, and also skill building as well. We're trying to build skills in various domains, and this is an important part of developing. You'll always or learn or need to develop skills. You never stop learning. So that's an important thing to take note of. And lastly, something important mandate of ours is a translation of content. We're trying to get the content available in all the South African official languages and beyond as well. There are this is a special African group called Masikane that's focusing on developing content like this for all African languages. Obviously, we in South Africa are trying to focus in our South African languages. So that's definitely something we're working on, and hopefully we get your support as well from that. Yeah, so this is just a bit of the objectives. I wanted just to get everybody focused on why we were here, and hopefully you benefited to some degree for the past 2 weeks. Now I would like to just get maybe some higher up feedback. So first I'll let my manager, research manager as well to CHPC, just to give a bit of feedback from him as well.
Thank you very much, Benjamin, and thank you for the opportunity to just talk to the participants again. I did speak right at the start, and I think I gave a bit of a feedback on CHPC and why we are doing this training. Of course, the 2 weeks were quite intense for you, the other trainers, but of course also for the delegates. So from my perspective, it is just a short message to say this is an important training event. I mean, we're doing this in collaboration with NITheCS, a very important collaboration for CHPC. We work together on this 2-week program, and it is the only goal here is to do it to the benefit of the trainees. So we are looking for the feedback. You please give us, I mean, if not in this session, afterwards, to help us to improve where we can. I mean, you participated, you took part in all the activities. You can easily tell us which parts can be improved, but also the successes. If you feel there are certain parts that were done well, please let us know, because this is a training event that we would like to continue doing. As Benjamin is saying, this is at a huge scale. I mean, starting with 800 students, I did get a bit of feedback along the way. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend much of the sessions myself, but I did get some feedback. We are dealing with record numbers. I mean, there are record numbers of people that participated, that is benefiting from this training, and we would like to continue doing this, not necessarily only growing numbers, but if we can grow the numbers, all the better. We still want to focus, of course, on the quality of the training. So yeah, so please give us that feedback. And then I think all that remains from my side is to thank everybody involved. I can start with Benjamin. From a CHPC point of view, you are the main coordinator. You take a lot of effort, not only in presenting the content, but also coordinating a large number of aspects regarding the organization and the administration of this process. So thank you very much to you. There are dedicated CHPC employees that have participated normally in TETO, just to name a few, but of course many inputs from the NITheCS colleagues, but Francesco can mention them. But my side, just thank you to all of you from NITheCS, Francesco and Renee and Adewale, Tukile and so on. We really work on this for months. It's not something that you start organizing just before the event. And then of course the champions. The champions makes this possible on the hybrid format that we want to host this in. I think this hybrid format is the way to get the biggest bang for your buck in terms of reaching as widely as possible and for everybody to benefit from the same content. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody, and of course the last word of thanks to all the participants. Thank you for participating, engaging, and yeah, bringing back your comments also. So Benjamin, with that, thank you. Maybe just a last word on CHPC. I trust there were many people here that maybe have heard about the CHPC for the first time. Please know that you are welcome to start using our resources. So I gave a bit of background in the beginning with all the details for this. So please don't hesitate to contact me or Benjamin or anybody from CHPC if you want to start get going on making use of the resources. So thank you very much, Benjamin. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Werner. Prof. Francesco, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Benjamin, for giving me the opportunity to thank everybody. Yeah, a little bit like Werner, this year I also didn't have much opportunity to follow in person most of the events, but we kept an eye on our Stellenbosch group here. And we can assure that here everybody was quite happy with the summer school. As Werner said, maybe most of the participants maybe are not so full aware of NITheCS and its activities. This is just one of our flagship schools, yeah, that we hope to keep offering for many years in the future, and maybe next year we will aim at breaking the record and having maybe even more location, maybe even slowly diffusing more into Africa. Yeah, that would be really very nice. But the point that I want to make is that I hope that for the participants, this won't be the first and last encounter with NITheCS. Yeah, NITheCS has lots of activities, lots of webinars, lots of training, similar training events. Every month we offer another mini school, not as extensive as this one. So please, if you haven't done so already, register for our mailing list so that we can keep you informed on all the opportunities that that you might have to engage with us and to profit from other events. What is also important to us is also the feedback, because you probably realized that the CHPC has already sort of standardized the curriculum. They also have lecture notes and materials. The NITheCS part we don't have yet, mainly because we will sort of explore a little bit what the standard curriculum should be. Yeah, but now that we have quite a good idea of what is really needed, so we will start the process as well this year to formalize a set of lecture notes that can be a companion for the school and for other generations. Yeah, my last appeal to the participants: please advertise this event so that next year we have again a nice number of participants, and please let us have all the necessary feedback. Yeah. And of course, I also need to thank, of course, Werner, because we engaged to make sure that this event can take place, and we did all the necessary financial engineering. But a big thank you goes, of course, to Benjamin, yeah, who was the pillar of the event, and of course also to Rene on the NITheCS side, and to Kile and all the others that were involved. Of course, we are very grateful to the champions. Yeah? Thank you very much. And of course, we are very grateful to the participants for staying with us for 2 intensive weeks of training. And I hope that you will have many opportunities to apply what you learned in your daily life in the years to come. Yeah. So thank you very much, and I hope I will see some of you again as champions, maybe in a couple of years in another venue. Yeah. So thank you very much. All the best.
Thanks, Prof. Now we're just going to get some feedback from maybe a few of the champions. So I think only Refilwe was brave enough to put up a hand. So Refilwe, do you want to give some feedback from your side?
Hi, everyone. So for the WITS feedback, the students did enjoy, and they actually learned a lot from the summer school. The feedback that I have in addition to that is that the first week was great. The second week was a bit more theory intensive. And they are looking forward to joining the winter school so that they can learn more. And also they are looking forward to joining all the other workshops that we're going to have, and they have joined the mailing list. So thank you very much from the WITS team.
Great, thanks, Tukele. I think we have one more, Ngamso from TUT. Ngamso, can you give feedback as well?
Afternoon, colleagues. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, from TUT, everything went well. The students came, but the numbers were very low. I think from the first day we had 12 students, and we were hoping to have around 26 students. So from the 12, the following day, the numbers dropped, but the students who have been coming here since day one, I think they're around 9. But they learned a lot. They are very happy with the standard and the quality of the school, and they are looking forward to training again next year. Yeah, they learned a lot. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you so much. I would have liked to hear from Northwest University, from Daniel. He is pretty much the founder of the Coding Summer School. but he's unavailable at the moment, so he would have given feedback. I'm not sure if Katlego is on the line. I think Potchefstroom had the largest student cohort, about 80. But I'm not sure if Katlego, can you maybe also say a few words? Just raise your hand if you are on Zoom. So Tutekile can also just make you panelist. Katlego, can you hear me? I do see you on Zoom, so if you can just raise your hand so she can make you panelist. We're getting no response from Katlego, but that's fine. We can carry on for some time. Okay, so guess what some people have been waiting for is the prizes, and we have 5 prizes that the CHPC and NITheCS will be offering to select number of students. And the first one, let me go back to my presentation. Let me go over here. So the first category we have here is a Pythonista, right? So these terms are probably debatable, but you could say somebody that's maybe new to programming. Somebody come in. To panelists, no. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so this is somebody kind of new to programming. And we kind of looked at, their progress as a student and how they did throughout the course. And if they progressed and the results, obviously, and the participation. So we look at a few categories when we do these for all the awards. So we have 2 students that were, will get an award here. So the first one is Dikeledi Maduma from UNISA. So we can't really clap, but if you can get a round of applause and thumbs up on the chat, please. Well done. It's a second prize. So I see lots of claps on Zoom. So in the chat as well, maybe some virtual claps and thumbs up. You can thumbs up in the chat as well, if you want. So that's the second prize. So again, each of these prizes are 500 Rand exclusive books voucher that each of the students will be getting. So this is the second prize. Okay, so the first prize, for the Pythonista category goes to Mokadi Precious Palele from UJ. So obviously one of Dr. Krishna Govinda's students. So well done to Mokadi from UJ for getting the first prize. Again, you'll be getting a 500 Rand exclusive books gift voucher. So well done to these 2 students. Okay, so then the next category we're looking at is Pythoneer. This is somebody that is experienced in Python, kind of had a background in it already, knew some of the content and whatnot. And quite importantly, there were 2 projects that we asked students to do. Well, sorry, the students had an option to do one project. The first project was a standard, pandas project to explore certain database, get some insights, and give feedback. And we used a movie database, and students had to use pandas, do a bit of ETL, extract the data, and do some data analysis and answer questions, right? So that was what we expected any new student at least to do for that. For the more experienced students and students that knew Python already, we asked them to, we gave another option, which is a project, which is an open-ended project where they had to showcase their research using Streamlit, and Streamlit is a framework in Python where you can easily upload your Python code and display your content in a web browser. So it's like a very basic web app, but very interactive, and you can easily show your research and what's graphs and tables information quite easily in a nice web app that you can share with anyone, right? So it's quite a nice interface to use, and we asked like the more experienced students in Python to do that for their research and showcase it. So there were 2 students, obviously, that we put in this category, and they all actually did both projects, and they did quite well in it. And obviously, we looked at the history as well and the participation as well. So there's a few, criteria that we looked at, but these are the 2 students we chose, and we'll show a little bit about their what they displayed as well. So in second prize for the Pythoneer, we have Emeke Michael Enemo from WITS. So well done. Second prize Pythoneer. We'll show you briefly, everyone, what project they did, specifically in Streamlit. Again, it was an open-ended project, so the student could really do anything, focus on the research and how to present it. But we're quite, I think there were about 30 people that did create a Streamlit project. They're all pretty good. So this was the second prize winner. So the first prize winner, which we were quite impressed with, just the level of detail and effort that went into it. So first prize winner for the Pythoneer goes to Louise Magdalene Botha from Northwest University, Potchefstroom. So well done to both of these students. Your presentations were very good, and the web app. So again, anybody can see this, the research in an easy and understandable way. So it's really impressed to see this. The next few slides, I'll show you what they actually did. So let's have a quick look. So this is first prize. This is from Louise. So this is her web app. So anybody can look at this. Here's a link over here if you want to look at it. Tells us about herself and her research as well. There's various links you can click on to see it. So very impressive app. Well done to Louise. And then the other prize, well, the other winner was Emeka. Again, here's an app. You can probably ask Emeka if you want to have a look at it. But again, very impressed with how the students did this, again, specific to their research to showcase it. So it's a very nice way to present it. So really well done to all the students that were able to do that. And then we have one last prize. It's kind of more of a fun prize that we give. And that is the Slacker prize. So obviously we're using Slack, and we looked at the most active person on Slack. So we have all these statistics that we can draw. So we have a Slacker prize as well for the person most active on Slack. So let's go to the next slide and see who gets a Slacker prize for most active participants. That is participant that is the most posts on Slack. So let's see who that is. Eunice Abrams from SAMRC, South African Medical Research Council. Well done for being very active on the chat channel. I think you had over 136 posts and messages. So well done. Yes. Thank you, Zelia. Yeah, the irony, the Slack isn't a Slack at all, but something that's very active, and it's good to see, how busy the chat was. This is really what you want, to try to bring all these people, everyone, contributing to somewhere. So it's very good to see, and well done. So again, this is prizes, 500 Rand exclusive books voucher. So you just contact me afterwards about how that'll be handed out to you. But thank you again. All right, so that ends the prizes, and I think almost done with what you want to present. Tutikile, do you have your hand up?
Yes, I also if you can give me 2 minutes, I
Yeah,
also
sure,
have a prize I would like to give.
sure.
Can you kindly allow me to share my screen quickly?
Yes, go ahead.
Can everyone see my screen, or is it still loading? Yes. So so you've given everyone prizes, and I just want to say on behalf of NITheCS, would like to thank you, like give you a token of appreciation for all your hard work you've put. Dr. Werner has already thanked you, and Prof. Francesco has already thanked you.
Give him an applause.
We have a little gift coming to you. Where is it now? Yes, so it will be delivered to you. So thank you so much. And I think the participants and the champions will agree with me that you have done a lot for the success of the CSS. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, so maybe just a few words on that. The real I guess gift that I get is to see everybody participating and learning something. It's really joy for all of us that enjoy teaching, to actually see like everybody learning and collaborating. So that's a real gift, but again, I appreciate it from the NITheCS side as well. Thanks, Renee. Krishna, I see you on board as well. Do you have a few words to say too, as one of the pioneers of the Coding Summer School?
Oh God, wait. Oh, wait. Okay, so I am unmuted. I guess you can hear me.
Go ahead.
Okay, I know. Sorry, I'm actually traveling back home at the moment, but just a quick one. I'd also like to thank you tremendously because you've done most of the hard work. We just here supporting on the sidelines, right? So you're the one that does all of the hard work, putting everything together and whatever. So yeah, thank you very much. And thank you to NITheCS and CHPC for organizing the event. And I believe this was a good success. And it's definitely a growth from last year's event. So I guess we must just keep growing, right? So hopefully things will get better. And if people had issues this year, they must just let us know so we can address those things. But overall, it was a great event. Thanks, Benjamin.
Well, thanks, Krishna. Appreciate it, and all your hard work as well. Thank you. We'll always look up to you as well. I mean, I don't know how you do all the things you do, so we all try to follow in your footsteps too. All right, so let's see what last thing we have here. So in terms of certificates, so as again, the criteria we had on the website, that'll be starting to be handed out, I think, by Wednesday. So we'll be notified as well as the letters too. But I'll give more details, for that a bit later. In terms of what happens after the Coding Summer School, well, there's actually a lot, as I said. This shouldn't be the only school or training you do in Python or any other skill. Really do as much other training courses in Python and learn from other teachers as well. If this was the first, hopefully this won't be the last. It shouldn't. So try to get involved with other schools and training online. We've created a channel called Shared Resources on Slack. So anybody would like to look at other courses that people recommend. I've also put some on there as well. Please put that there. You can have a look at it. And again, there's many CHPC events happening. There's obviously we have something called the monthly coding challenge, which is a continuation for the Coding Summer School, which just allows, once a week we have, once a month, we just have a webinar. We're going to discuss some of the projects that we did in the Coding Summer School. And then each month until the winter school, we'll have just a short code along webinar and build up on our skills. So that's happening each month. after the coding summer school. And then obviously there's many NITheCS events that happens. Renee and Francisco, did allude to it, but you can look at the website, but there's many NITheCS events as well that is happening. So please join in NITheCS mailing list as well. So yes, then again, this is pretty much it. So thank you again to the CHPC team, to the NITheCS team, to all the champions and supporting staff. Again, this took about 6 months work and effort to make this all work. And it was a huge effort from everyone. So thank you to all that, that were involved. A special thank you to the UCT team, Mattia and Sarah. We were hosting there from week 1, and they're very supportive. So really appreciate all the effort you did there. For all the trainers as well, week 1, week 2 as well, we had tried to get as many guest lecturers that are experienced in the field to help convey the specialities. So it's a big effort to the guest speakers. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that as well. Try to get a bit of insight from different domains and what to expect. To all the tutors as well that were involved to help the students. I really appreciate that. And to the students, about 800 of you that participated. Again, like with any event, it's all up to you to kind of participate, and hopefully you'll be joining the future events, and part of the next Coding Summer School 2025. So thank you, and that's it. We'll chat more on Slack. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you again, Benjamin. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.